A kale quiche is a great way to deliver nutrient-rich greens to your kids. It's fun and easy, and the recipe is a great way to get your kids involved in the kitchen with you. When I had Ceri and Esme over for a play date, we had a load of fun preparing our quiche. We divvied up the jobs of the recipe and got the kids involved where we could. Look for green, sturdy kale. Anything that's yellow and kind of wilty is going to have a strong taste and is on its way out. Also, try and use it within a day or two of purchasing it. The longer it sits around, the stronger the taste. Using 2 cloves of garlic, crush it and chop it up. Do the same with your onion. The recipe calls for 1/4 cup, however I like a lot of onion and tend to go a bit overboard. Saute your garlic and your onion until it's translucent, and then go ahead and add your clean kale in. Be sure to coat the kale in all the juicy oil and garlic and onion. I recommend covering it because it helps the wilting process.
Okay.
When it's time for you to crack the eggs, this is a great way to get the kids involved.
Awesome, Scarlett. Thank you. Do you usually do it like
When we got together that afternoon, Scarlett cracked all 5 of our eggs, while Esme worked diligently on grating our fresh Parmesan cheese. Because a lot of traditional crusts are heavy in fat, we decided that we'd use phyllo dough instead. It will mimic the taste of a crust without all the calories. We use 4 sheets of phyllo. It's a little difficult to work with, so history has taught us that you might want to take this task away from little hands. However, it's perfect for them to take tiny paintbrushes and brush each layer with oil once you've set it into the ramekin. And the girls had so much fun painting the oil onto the phyllo. Probably a little bit too much fun. I generally don't use as much oil as they did.
Yeah.
Be sure to check on your kale. Once it's completely wilted, you're going to want to take it off the stove, allow it to cool slightly, and then transfer it into your Cuisinart, where you're going to want to process it for a few minutes until it is ground down to a fine texture, almost like a pesto. What kid doesn't like hitting buttons on a mechanical device and watching kale be annihilated?
Girls.
At this point, you're ready to go. Take your fabulous kale pesto and add it into the eggs. Don't forget to add the milk. Give it a good stir so that it's well combined.
Okay. So then we can add our cheese. The thing about the fact that these are just quiches is that you can break up.
I like to transfer the egg and kale mixture into a measuring cup. Pour it into the ramekins, leaving about 1 inch at top. Remember, these will rise in the oven and puff up.
Gorgeous.
Since you've preheated your oven to 350, you're going to want to put the ramekins in for about 40 minutes. Remove them from the oven and leave them on the cookie sheet for a few minutes to cool. I like to serve this recipe with a side of another vegetable. It was Esme's first time trying kale quiche, and her response made the day a success.
It tastes good.
Is that good?
What is that? Is that a camera? Look at a picture of my baby.